Hi, guys. It's been a day or two since you've seen me. Spent a lot of time shoveling snow over the last week or so, but I'm back outside. Weather's beautiful. It's above zero today, 32 for my American people. And I felt that I needed to come out here today, get back on track, get back speaking every day, sharing it with all of you, sharing who I am, and discovering who I am, really. And talking with Matt last night, that's one of the things that I really need to focus on. It's who I am, not who society wants me to be, not who my parents expect me to be, not pigeonholing myself, but at my very core, who am I? And it's an interesting question because I have gifts, I have talents, and I have, for no excuses, I have hidden my gifts, hidden my talents, sugar-coated my message, and I've done that due to the fact that I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And I know that my way of being is no superior or inferior to anyone else's. I know that at the end of the day, my life is my life, and what it can be is only going to get better if I share my gifts with the world. And that's what Coffee of Can's all about. It's about me working through my problems, me working through my life, and in so doing it, inspiring other people to take that first step in their own lives, because that's what I'm about. And whether I speak for 5 minutes or 5 hours, I'm honing a skill set and I'm getting better at what I'm doing, and I'm fine tuning my message, fine tuning what I need to say. And at the end of the day, it's opening up opportunities, it's opening up doorways. And I know the universe is going to provide me with all the necessary resources that I require to inspire more and more people to take that first step in their own lives, to discover who they are, what drives them, and where they ought to be in life, and what's their greatest version of themselves. And I know myself that I have barely scratched the surface of what's possible for me. That in a world comprised entirely of energy, and whether you call it the Holy Spirit, whether you call it the universal energy field, whether you call it the ether, whether you call it dark matter, whether you call it the force, it's all the same bullshit. It is everything that surrounds us. And the material and anything external in your life that you try to define yourself as is not really who you are. So when I ask myself, who am I am an inspiration to the world. I'm not a father. I'm not a bookkeeper. I'm not a tax preparer. I'm not a chef. I am an inspiration to the world, and I am here to help people find their own path, their own highest self, their own way of being in a way that aligns with their higher purpose. And the more I speak and the better I become at speaking, I am going to own my own voice and inspire more people to look inside themselves and discover what it is that's going to drive them forward, keep them motivated, going each and every day. Because I've been in that trap. I have tailored myself to others' expectations, and I should never do that. I should always do what aligns with my higher self, stop sugarcoating my messages, and just be a version of myself that takes what the universe has for me to say and share it with all of you. And if you like how I share my story and what I've done and how I've been, feel free to share it with your own communities and your own tribes. And the more people that we can inspire to take that first step towards the way they really, truly align with their higher purpose, the better. And as the new year approaches, new opportunities are arising, new masterminds starting, going to be on the ground floor with a new program that's coming out. And I am so stoked for that opportunity. But part of that is continuing to do my exercises, to continue speaking, to continue putting myself out there and not worrying about what anybody else thinks. Because at the end of the day, I know that by speaking my truth I'm going to inspire other people to take a deep dive inside their own selves and realize what they're on this earth to do. And there is nothing more important to me in my life right now than that very thing, because I know that each one of us are capable of anything. I know that I've only scratched the surface of what's possible for me. I know that if I surrender myself to the universe, that the universe will provide me with the necessary resources to reach more and more people. And that's fantastic. And whether one person watches or a million people watch, it's all the same thing. And I'm going to give 110% each and every time I come online, when I come on this camera. And it doesn't matter who I'm speaking with, if I'm speaking to one person or nobody, I'm improving myself. I'm putting myself out there. I am not going to back down, stop doing this. And as I show the universe that I'm willing to keep putting forth the effort, the universe is going to give me more and more opportunities to shine my light on the world. And I know that that is possible for everybody that hears what I have to say. I know that's possible for people that never hear what I have to say. I believe in each person in the universe. I know that we are all connected, that we all have our own individual paths. And as we follow our own path and we let go of the conditioning that society says that we should want, and we focus on what truly matters inside of us, that's when the magic happens. That's when we can create greatness. And I know I've barely scratched the surface of what's possible for me. And as I develop the six pack abs and the muscles and everything like that and become a more physically attractive individual, that's only surface tertiary bullshit. But it's a method that I'm using to try to show people what's possible. I'm a legally blind arthritic with this plantar removed due to a string of tumors. I smoke cigarettes, I drink beer. And that's not who I am. That's not how I identify myself. I identify myself as a person that can overcome any obstacle that's thrown in his path. I identify myself as a person that can inspire others to look in their lives, to challenge themselves, to do what they truly desire in life, as opposed to what society or their parents or your bosses think you should be, or how you should be, or how you should behave, or how you should act. I know that nobody's moral code is superior or inferior to my own. I know that my path is as individualized as a fingerprint, as a snowflake. There's lots of snowflakes around here these days, but it's melting today, so that's awesome. And I've got my coffee, so I can speak, I can have fun, I can enjoy myself, I can live life. I've got lots on the go today. I've got a 6 minute speech that I've got to do verbatim by memory or later on today. I get to go serve and volunteer my time for the Legion for a couple hours this afternoon. They do great work as well. Get to do some grocery shopping and enjoy my life. And each choice that I make is right in the present moment. And I could choose to just say, chuck it all away and just go on the couch and succumb to my limitations and physical limitations. But I've chosen another path. I know inside of me that I am capable of more. And there's always more. And I can always lift more weights and I can always walk more steps and I can always speak more clearly and more eloquently. And I'm doing that each and every day in order to show people that you don't have to define yourself of who you were in the past. That right now you can make a decision to do something completely different and become that butterfly flapping its wings creates a ripple effect through time and space. Because at the end of the day, we are all energetic beings. We are all just an expression of our soul. And our souls are perfect. And each decision that I've made along the way, and each decision that you've made along the way, have been the correct decision and have provided the building blocks to take hold of your life, look at yourself in the mirror, and realize that you can be who you came to this earth to be. And that's what I'm going to be doing each and every day from now on. And I'm not going to sugarcoat my message, and I'm not going to hide in the shadows. I'm going to own my voice. I'm going to inspire the world. I'm going to create a movement that inspires everybody to live a life of abundance as opposed to a life of scarcity, shame, guilt, judgment, jealousy. And that's who I am. Strip down all the layers. I am that individual that's going to inspire people to take that first step in their lives. So join me, help me do that, help me spread the word, help me spread the message, because at the end of the day, each of us has that ability to live their best life. And as long as you don't have any attachment to the outcome, you don't set quantifiable goals, and you trust the universe will provide you with necessary resources to fulfill your higher purpose, and you don't try to control the outcome, you don't put yourself hinged on an outcome, and you just have that goal. The what the goal is the only thing that matters. How it's going to happen doesn't matter. It's just a matter of looking into yourself, realizing that my gifts were given to me and I'm meant to share them with the world. Your gifts were given to you. You're meant to share them with the world. And it's not about being ego driven, because my gifts are no greater or worse than anyone else's. And my way of being is no better or worse than anyone else's. I am just me, a living expression of my path. And my path at this moment in time is to inspire others to take that first step in their lives. And I keep harping on it, but I'm trying to drill in the point. You can choose who you want to be at any time. You can look into yourself. You can look at the fear, look at what you've been running away from your entire life, and you can embrace it. You can embrace everything that's been with you your entire life, because those were the building blocks to create your greater and higher expression. And that's what I'm doing. I'm looking into myself. I'm looking at the decisions I've made. I'm forgiving myself for each one of those decisions. I'm letting go of the shame. I'm letting go of the guilt. And I am moving forward, inspiring others and using my story to inspire others. Because each one of those choices that I've made are were necessary at the time. And after I woke up to the nature of reality, to the nature of this energetic world around me, that's when I realized my greatness. And I know that that greatness is inside each of us, and that I've only scratched the surface of what's possible for me. And the opportunities that are coming my way right now are just a further step, that second step on that journey of 1,000 miles, because each step gets easier and easier as you continue to put forth the effort and chuck away expectation of outcome and just live your life, and love everyone around you, and be grateful for each opportunity you've had along the way. So I'm going to wrap this up now. Like I say, busy day today, but I just wanted to share with all of you guys that you are the embodiment of greatness, and you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be ashamed of who you truly are. You don't have to identify yourself as anything but what's inside of you. And each person in your life that you've ever interacted with has brought you to this point, has brought you to this here and now where you can choose a new way of being and a higher expression of your true self. And I love each and every one of you. And I'm going to keep on this. I'm going to keep going, keep honing my message, and just loving life in the best way that it is, because it's a magical temporary experience. And I'm through with suffering. I'm through with pain, because I know the universe will provide. And what that looks like 5 years from now is immaterial, as long as I keep taking those steps, becoming a better version of myself each and every day. Have a great day, guys. Love you all.